Warm greetings from the High 10. This is Angela of Everyday Shenanigans. Thank you for joining me. Chat, new subs, mods. My Crime Vault series will be canceled tonight due to this breaking event that has transpired out of Los Angeles, California, pertaining to Kirk Franklin's son, Kerrion, being arrested in a car that didn't belong to him in Hollywood. A gun found in the car, and then the car belongs to a woman who was deemed missing and allegedly found deceased. I've been trying to get information pertaining to the missing person / decedent, but I can't find anything. This is a very odd, peculiar story. I'm going to bring you what I have found, and we can chop it up thereafter. Feel free to join the panel to give your opinion pertaining to this latest development. As most of you know, Mr. Kerrion has a tumultuous relationship with his said father, Kirk Franklin, gospel artist. And he's also been seen on a reality TV show called, I think it's Bad Boys Club, something to that effect. I will play you commentary pertaining to that, of him coming out openly bisexual. One is going to wonder the obvious. You're driving someone's car in another state. You get pulled over. The car does not belong to you, and the car also has a gun in it. So you're denying having the gun and possibly denying that you stole the car, and then the woman is missing and or dead. So what is the main question? 1, how did you get the car? 2, is the gun actually yours? 3, was that gun used on the victim? And did you know the victim? And how did you get the car again? And imagine driving a stolen car of a dead person, and possibly you hurt, harm, or have information to that person's demise, and your tail lights out. Very interesting information. Thank you for joining me. This is Everyday Shenanigans. I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to play you commentary. I believe it's from someone that talked to him. I'm not really sure. This is off of someone's Twitter account, so I'm going to see what this person has to say pertaining to this nonsense. Then we'll go into that. He said, she said. Basically, he's denying whatever he was charged with in Texas, but he's being held there without bond to be extradited back to he's in LA, Los Angeles County Jail. I will read you the documents pertaining to the arrest warrant. And he's there without bond to be extradited back to Texas for said charges out of Texas, possibly suspicion of murder. This is a very wicked story. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to try to play this audio.
I can't verify.
Wait 1 second.
They began to tell me how he had been questioned for a murder. I said, now, wait a minute. A murder. So the first thing I thought about was CJ. And I said, now, I know. Because, see, Kerrion and CJ, he was upset because of the accusation that he was alleging that Kerrion was making against his father that was so hideous that I will not even repeat on this platform. And then he just up and dead. So I'm like, wait a minute, let me call them. And so it's not about his death because that was an overdose. So Kerrion was being questioned about another murder of a female. And I said, okay, well, he told me that the brake light, whatever, was out, and that's why they stopped him. They said, that may not be the reason why they stopped him, because he's driving the car of the murdered victim. I said, now wait. I said, no, that's not so. That's you gotta go back. Yes, it is. He's driving the car of the murdered victim. Now, I want to say this. I can't verify.
Okay. I guess that's a brief description of someone that Kerrion Franklin spoke with pertaining to this matter. Know that this is an evolving story, so every search will possibly have something different in their commentary. Kirk Franklin's oldest son, Franklin, is in prison in Texas after being accused of 3 felonies. According to Larry Reed Live, he claimed he was wrongfully arrested and stopped because of his taillight. On social media, alleged details of what happened have been circulating. He believes he won't be able to leave jail until his next hearing on Tuesday. The cops allegedly discovered a revolver in the car, he told the outlet's president. He told the host that he was also being investigated for resisting arrest, which he disputed. Kerrion is expected to be extradited to Texas to face charges in a different case. See, this article doesn't make any sense because first it starts off saying he's in prison in Texas. So he can't be in prison in Texas and extradited to Texas. I believe he's in Los Angeles. I'll read another article to bring more information. But anyway, Kerrion Franklin's mental health issue has yet to be revealed, but some speculate whether he has one. Kirk Franklin's son appears to be depressed as he sobs while detailing his troubled connection with his father. He suggested the two have not reconciled their differences since their highly public feud in 2021. And if you go back in my channel's library, you will see commentary pertaining to Kirk Franklin and his sons, a dispute that transpired virally last year. And feel free to go into the older videos of mine to get that said information. Kerrion Franklin then confessed that he and his family had been apart for many years. Kirk is heard using profanity and violent language in a leaked audio tape of a conversation between Kerrion and his father. He also accused his father of beating him physically. Kirk Franklin, as previously reported, disputed the rumors, claiming that his son was dealing with deeper issues and that he had tried several times to help him. This information is by showbizcast.com. I will now go and get more said information that I have accumulated pertaining to this. Most of the information I'm bringing you is all the same, not much variance in the information. We're going to go with Radar Online. I will kind of trust their information a little bit more. Thank you all so much for joining me. Hello, everybody in the chat. Okay. Kirk Franklin's son is being held in Los Angeles County Jail without bond after being taken into custody on Sunday. According to court records obtained by Radar, 33-year-old Kerrion Rashad Franklin was arrested at 7:36 a.m. after being pulled over by the Beverly Hills police. He was booked into jail at 10:28 a.m. The court records show he's being held without the option to bail out. He was assigned a permanent housing location in the jail. Franklin's son has a court date set for this week where he will go before the judge. Alleged details of what happened have been making the rounds on social media. Larry Reed Live says they spoke to Kerrion from jail, who said he was wrongfully arrested and stopped because of his taillight. Kerrion claims he can't get out of jail until Tuesday, which is when his next hearing is. He told the head of the outlet that the police allegedly found a gun in the car. The Zeus television star allegedly told the host that he was also charged with resisting arrest, which he denied. Kerrion reportedly has to be extradited back to Texas to deal with a separate case. Kerrion is currently starring on the Zeus network show Bad Boys Los Angeles. Kerrion and his famous dad used to be extremely close years back, with the gospel singer bringing him to red carpets at big events. In 2021, Kerrion released an audio recording of them arguing with his famous father. The gospel singer is reportedly heard calling his son a B such and such and threatening to put my foot up your blah, blah, blah. Kirk later apologized for the incident, explaining he lost it in the moment. He told his followers, my son and I had an argument that he chose to record. I felt extremely disrespected in that conversation, and I lost my temper, and I said words that are not appropriate. The singer ended. I am sincerely sorry to all of you. I sincerely apologize. I want you to know as a father that during the conversation, I called the family therapist and got that therapist on the phone to try to help. He never played that part of the recording. Kirk has yet to comment on the matter, but the two have had an estranged relationship for years. The Neighborhood Talk was one of the first to pick up Larry Reed's report. And let's see what else they have. That's about it. That is from Radar Online. I'm going to read you the said report against Mr. Kerrion. Thank you all so much for joining me. Oh, mercy. It's always something, it seems. Never a dull moment. Booking number 6342040. Last name Franklin. Middle name Rashad. First name Kerrion. Sex male. Race black. Born 5'7", 1988. Age 33. Hair black. Eyes hazel. Height 5'11". Weight 160. Charge level M. Misdemeanor. Arrest. Date 4/10/2022. Arrest time 7:36. Agency 1910. Beverly Hills Police Department. Booked into the said facility on 4/10/2022. Time booked 10:28 a.m. Booking location, once again, 1910 Beverly Hills Police Department. There is no bail. Grand total, no bail. And this happened in Beverly Hills, California. Next court date is 4/12/2022, which is tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. in the Los Angeles Municipal Court Division 143, 11701 South La Cienega Boulevard, if I'm pronouncing that right. Cienega Boulevard, Los Angeles, California. That is said information. So it's a misdemeanor, resisting arrest, taillight out, gun found. But what makes no sense is, I'm surprised that they didn't tack on the gun charge if it's a misdemeanor. I don't know. It says it wasn't his gun, so I don't know about the gun charge. But the fact that he has a hold, that's where it gets grainy and suspect. What happened in Texas? Who is the woman to Mr. Kerrion? Does he know the woman? Was he dating her, friends with her, associate of her? Did someone give him the car, pass him the car, loan him the car? Did he borrow the car? What happened to the woman? Queen needs information about the woman, most definitely. That's what I'm working on finding. I've Google searched till my head spun. Nothing in the YouTube queue except for other people's content that I don't want to play. This is a very baffling story considering the negativity surrounding this young man and his father's relationship that came out last year, of that recording that he played via social media of his father cursing him. And here, Mr. Franklin saying, well, he didn't play all of it, where I was asking him to seek help, blah, blah, blah. You're entitled to your opinion of their relationship. You're entitled to your opinion about his sexuality. You're entitled to your opinion about this now new news, because we really don't have any details to what's going on out in Texas. So who is the lady? What has happened to her? Is it confirmed she is deceased? Is there a connection between the dead lady, if indeed she's dead, allegedly, to this Mr. Kerrion Franklin? What in God's name is going on? You see, some people, what I've talked about earlier, can attract drama. And one can say this is definitely dramatic. You go live telling your business about your father, what he said to you, blah, 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 which you should have kept personal. You didn't have to tell everybody what your daddy said to you. Because like they say, if you're not going to record all of it, don't record it. None of it. Don't repeat none of it. Now you're involved in driving someone's car that's believed was missing and found, possibly deceased, and a gun in the car that you're now saying wasn't yours. You're also saying you didn't resist arrest. So what are we saying now? The police lied on you. So the police is making up stuff. It's not to say that they weren't. But like somebody said, driving a luxury car. But then it's not like you're driving a luxury car in the hood. So what type of car was it? Was the taillight actually out? What made them run the tag on the car? So you have to ask all those questions. Why did they run the tag? Was it actually the taillight was out? They ran the tag and it came back a stolen vehicle, missing vehicle out of the state of Texas, with a decedent being the owner of the missing car. Hit the link if you have an opinion you want to give about this story. I'm going to play you some audio pertaining to a reality show that he has patroned, a reality show where he is coming out as now bisexual. I don't know his preference. Don't really care. I get enough. Ooh, Lord have mercy. The he said and the she said. Sorry about my Crime Vault series, but I decided to go ahead and do this and get this over with. since I saw this in the queue, decided to go ahead and play this said commentary. This was uploaded by The Real Daytime. Uploaded in the queue 5 days ago. And this is just a snippet of him being on the TV show. And I'm going to play that said information for all of you. And know that the show is now ending its 8th season. It will no longer be on the air. Thank you all for joining me. This is Everyday Shenanigans. If you want to donate to the channel, $BeganJu 129 Cash App. All super chats are welcome during this live. Thank you so very much.
Especially a straight man. Ladies, what are your thoughts?
It's like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
Oh, Lord. Now, why did this thing just jumps off? Sorry about that.
Ladies, what are your thoughts?
I found this mad disrespectful, immature, disrespectful, and thirsty. I think that it's already a disrespect to have to come out. Why do you even have to do that? We as straight or heterosexual, whatever you want to call it, cis, you don't have to come out. Why does anybody else need an explanation that, oh, I want to explain why I'm different. I want to explain something so that you understand me more? No. And so this interview was so uncomfortable to listen to because every person in the gay community does have a story, and sometimes it's great, sometimes it's bad, and sometimes it sets the trajectory of their life in a completely different path, and it shouldn't be that way. We should just accept somebody with what they want to accept about themselves, and it shouldn't have to be this uncomfortable moment. And it's absolutely wrong to out somebody. I have friends that may not follow the norm of what a man or a woman may act. And then I have other friends who know that friend and ask me like, yo, is that person gay? Like, for real. And it actually creates a distance between me and that person because I think that you should just know that it's not your business to question somebody's life until they want to tell you about who they are.
Yeah. I wish he would have, because it's for a show. And so there are theatrics. I wish that Kerrion would have said, it's nobody's business.
Yeah.
I really wish he would have said that because then that would have been speaking for a lot of people. But I think, it was theatrics. I found that it was a form of bullying.
It's peer pressure.
Yeah, and bullying. And it's nobody's business. And even like what they were saying, the guy, Mullah Mo, was saying, well, if you want to hang with me, I need to know. I need to, it's these theatrics. That's what I'm telling you about some of these shows. It's like, stop.
You would have been like, good to know. Don't want to hang out with you.
Yeah.
Because I really felt he didn't owe any explanation. I think there is a huge difference. And I think that there's a real issue with people feeling that you need to tell them. Right. There is a difference between being discreet and being down low.
Yeah.
And I think that it's important that you recognize nobody owes you any explanation for who they
it's
are.
Naturality.
You don't have to explain that to anyone. And I hate that we come from this culture that feels that you do, that you are owed that information, that part. That's you are not owed that information.
Well,
because we're on social media and just because we are sharing anything about our life doesn't mean now you owe me the next part. Like they
try to stigmatize it.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Because it's, in the Black culture, I think there's still a little stigma about, if you're gay, if you're not gay, if you're bi. I don't think it's anybody's business, but I do feel like if you're dating someone, you should be transparent and say,
yes, I agree with that.
I remember on The Bachelor, they had Colton Underwood, who was gay at the time, and he hadn't come out to the world, and he, shot this entire show where you're looking to meet women and to potentially get engaged with someone. On that level, you should definitely be transparent.
I don't feel that that's a betrayal to those women. I think that he was actually going through something. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't think, I'm sure there's people that have dated people who later come out and say that they're gay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I even feel like for myself, I would be understanding towards that because I don't think it would be a betrayal to me.
Do you think you should go on a show if you're going through it and you're not sure
exactly.
who you are?
Exactly.
That's a great question. Yeah.
Exactly.
I think that, you trying to make it, you're trying to make it. I want to give a shout out, though, to comedian Gerard Carmichael.
Oh.
He did a special, and he came out on the special.
Yeah.
And I just think that whenever someone comes out, they come out on their own and on their own accord.
That's right.
And that's what we like. And, we have to give grace because, like we said, this is very stigmatized.
Yeah.
And it's easy for someone like me to go, you know, if I'm, to be honest, people that I dated, I could say, you know, I could have a conversation with them and say, is there something else you want to tell me or you want to share?
Well, there is this stat that says 20% of all respondents feared for their physical safety because of their sexual orientation or gender identity, and 51% concealed their sexual orientation or gender identity just to avoid intimidation.
And which is why, if you're dating, I'm just saying for me, and I advise, if you date someone, this is the reason why we say date and talk.
Yes,
get to know the person.
100%.
Don't just be so quick to, because people are going through stuff. People have different feelings and stuff. And if you really pay attention, you can sometimes tell. Yeah. And it's not, you know, to be funny. I'm just being real.
Yeah, and even discovering themselves, I don't think it's ever the intention to be malicious towards you.
Yeah, no.
Intention is a big part of the whole thing. Intention is everything. For sure.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, everybody. That's the ladies from The Real Daytime. As I just told you earlier, that show will be ending its 8th season. One thing I disagree with one of the young ladies who was saying about them going, the guy who went on, the Bachelor show, not telling the ladies. You have every right to be truthful about who you are, period. Especially on a show where you're trying to find a wife. That's the premise of the show, The Bachelor and the Bachelorette. Each person is trying to find a mate of the opposite sex. So if you are a man wooing women, knowing that you are, 1, bisexual, 2, confused about your sexuality, I agree with the lady who says, I can't think of her name right now, that you owe it an explanation. Yes, you do. Because that's the premise of the show. Is that you're there to find a wife, get a woman. So if you know willingly you're confused about being a man, you're desiring men, you have no business on that show. I'm going to say that. That's how I feel. And most women probably won't take too kindly to you even being bisexual. Because the first thing they're going to say is, well, we know the ladder will weigh higher. 9 times out of 10, you will probably prefer to be with a man than a woman. That's just Queen's opinion. Because a lot of men will say, okay, I'm bisexual. But the point is you'll still be desiring a man. Even if you're attracted to a woman, even if you went out and dated a woman, liked her a lot, you still have the propensity to be with a man. So it's one thing if you cheat on a woman with a woman. Hell, nobody wants to compete with another man. A woman doesn't. That's just my public opinion pertaining to that situation with a man going on a show to meet a woman, but knowingly knows he's confused about his sexuality and or is bisexual. There's no tolerance for me in that perspective. You shouldn't go on the show. Let's just leave it at that. These ladies were giving their opinions pertaining to Mr. Kerrion being on this Bad Boys Club, whatever, feeling like he had to force himself to come out as a bisexual or whatever. Maybe the guy in the show didn't want to hang with him knowing that he was bisexual. That is that guy's preference as well, because a lot of men, especially black men who are allegedly straight, they do not want to hang with bisexual and or gay men. So that is also that person's preference. And if they want to know that, that is their prerogative. It's up to you if you decide you want to divulge that said information, in which these ladies are disputing whether he should have come out to say that he is also bi. Well, what I find interesting is, you can argue this till the cows come in, allegedly he was gay last year. So when did he go from gay to now bisexual? I'm confused. Now you've got a woman deemed deceased in the state of Texas, and you're driving her car in California and pulled over in that said car with a gun in the car that you say is not yours. The police accuse you of resisting arrest, which you deny. You're now having no bail. We'll be going to court tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. in Los Angeles Municipal Court to then be extradited back to Texas for said charges. So what is really going on with Mr. Kerrion? He's had a tumultuous relationship with the said father, Mr. Kirk Franklin. I do not know what is truth with the allegations of abuse between the two when he was younger. But obviously there is some serious animosity, or there was at one time. I do not know how the two feel about each other right now. But this is a very, very interesting situation. If you'd like to give your opinion pertaining to this latest development pertaining to Mr. Kerrion, please hit the link. Give me your opinion. I got 36 viewing in slow motion right now. Thank you all for joining me. I'll put the link back down. Thank you for tuning in. Hello, Sundown and CR. Thank you all for tuning in. Slow evening. I really have no idea what is going on with this young man, but he's, I don't have any words. I hope for his sake he's not involved. Very sick. Very sick situation. Hello, Kimberly. How are you? Oh, I was trying to see what I could find. Nobody's got a real news story pertaining to this information, which is very interesting. I guess we have to wait. Maybe by tomorrow somebody will have a story pertaining to this. Very strange. I was hoping they had a story about the young lady. Not nothing. I don't see anything. And I do think it's interesting that he called a podcaster instead of his own family when he got arrested. That's very strange to me. Why not call your family? There are a few people in the queue that have information on this story. Uploads rather, but nothing like major news network. That's what I was wanting to bring out. Not nothing. Hello, Sundown. Yeah, I know. Hello, Pretty K. How are you? Yes, too much is going on. Excuse me, I'm looking in the queue to see if there's anything by a real news station pertaining to the story. There's like nothing. In here. Oh, wow. I think it's sad. Nothing. Not anything in the queue. Well, I can't find anything. Everything's just other people's opinions pertaining to this. Hmm. Well, nothing here. You always think about who, Pretty K? No, honey, nothing else about Chadwick. Sorry. I asked somebody about him yesterday. Day before yesterday, they said they hadn't heard anything. Well, I thank you for thinking about him, as I don't hear anything. Well, I dropped the link. If any of you would like to hit it to give your opinion pertaining to this arrest of Kerrion Franklin, the older son of gospel singer Kirk Franklin. As most of you know who followed the storyline from last year, an audio tape was leaked by Kerrion pertaining to the father cursing him in a private conversation. And now we have this mess this year of him being arrested in California in a obviously, allegedly stolen car with a gun in it. He denies the gun. He also denies resisting arrest. It is a misdemeanor from what I've just showed you on the documents, or read to you on the documents, the court documents, arrest document. But he's to be extradited back. So being extradited is the most serious of the charge, because that means you've done something allegedly back in Texas, or somebody can link you to a crime there, and it's alleging a woman who is deemed deceased, missing and deceased. I searched and searched trying to find something of a missing woman, dead woman in Texas, and I couldn't find anything. So I don't know what's going on. It's very, very baffling information. Everything in the queue pertaining to everything else pertaining to these people and their family problems. Just, oh, Lordy. Very interesting. So now we have to ask ourselves, who is this woman? Sure hope he didn't do it. Sure hope he didn't do it. Very sad. Oh, Lord. Then I see something in the queue from 7 months ago that says he accuses mother of assault. Kerrion Franklin. It's like he has a lot of problems. Let me see what this is about. Hold on.
I'm about to go to my grandmother's house. I'm
Hold on
being
one second.
abused right now. I was assaulted by my own mother, said Kerrion. Check out the video and judge for yourself.
Oh, Kerrion, go put some.
Same here.
Kerrion.
Same here.
Kerrion, go put some clothes on.
I'm wearing clothes. I'm about to go to my grandfather's house.
You don't need to go over there.
I'm being abused right now. I've been assaulted by my own mother. This is on live. You on live, you guys?
Yep. Make it come
You know what I'm saying? I'm going live just so I make sure I'm protected right now. Y'all let the world know. My mama done already assaulted me. They trying to take me to some hospital. This crazy. This crazy, bro.
You're always looking for attention.
No, I'm looking for protection.
You're always looking for
I'm being protected. You won't call the police right now.
No, you
You won't call the police.
You always want to get out of here.
Look. This is for my protection.
So,
Ain't no cameras here. You've already assaulted me. So just this is my mother.
Yep.
She trying to take me to a hospital, but she don't have no bond, no business with me, no relationship. This is crazy.
Get off the phone.
No, call the cops.
You call
You've already assaulted me. Stop.
Cut that off.
No.
I told you, cut it out.
No, I'm getting my stuff.
Cut.
No,
How do you get
y'all
your
won't
stuff?
call the cops. I need to be protected.
If you don't get your stuff. And
I'm
get
trying
your
to.
stuff,
I just pulled the truck
You're
up.
just trying to make a show.
You have no business here.
Yes.
You have no.
I was called over here.
You was.
You was called over here.
I was called over here.
You was called over here.
I was.
Yeah.
What? What you?
Don't say nothing else.
Why not keep talking?
No, I was called over here.
Tell the world I need help.
You need help.
Where we going?
Yes, he do.
You need
Did you pray for me?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
afraid of
Trying to grab my
Lord.
phone.
Kerrion.
Stop assaulting me.
Kerrion,
Stop assaulting me.
cut it off.
No,
Cut it
I want my
off.
money back.
Cut it
Cut
out.
it
Give
off.
me my money
No,
back.
you're not getting nothing.
So then, please, peacefully let me get my things so I can leave the premises in peace.
Call your papa. Tell him to come over here and get you.
He's not coming. I'm a grown man. Y'all supposed to be family. You have no faith. You have no faith. That's ridiculous, bro. Put our hands on me. It's crazy. Assault me and want to tell me I need to go to the hospital, bro. This is crazy, bro. I should not be represented like this. This is crazy, bro. I'm busy. I'm on live right now for my protection. I get it. That's it, bro. I got 2 computers. Oh my gosh. This shit about to die, man. The proof's in the pudding. It's done.
All right, that's him 7 months ago. It says here in his cue, Kirk Franklin's son, Kerrion Franklin, accused his mother of assault. What I'm going to say about that is I don't know really what was going on. Maybe he was coming there to get his clothes from somebody's house. My thing is, why try to touch somebody's cell phone? Don't do that. You wouldn't want nobody touching your phone while you were going live. My thing is, if he was acting out, in your opinion, just ignore him. You didn't want to be in view of the camera? Step out of the way. See, a lot of people, sometimes you can aid foolishness. Whether he's got mental problems, he does things for attention. He obviously likes to go live. That's obvious. He likes to air his personal business to the street, which I think is a very bad idea. I don't think you should be airing these things to the street. And you know your relationship better with your family than anybody. If you have a tumultuous relationship with your family, it's possible you need to stay away from them. That's what most normal people do, is they try to stay away. But if you're codependent, that's going to be a problem, because if you're depending on these people for money, a place to stay, rides, a car, then you're stuck. And people will treat you any kind of way. I'm not saying that they do this, but I'm just saying in general, people can misuse you because you are dependent on them and they know you need them. See, if you had your own place, your own money, your own income, you wouldn't even have to be filming that right there. Whatever it was that happened, it didn't happen. Put on for show, I don't know. But the point is, if you were a self-sufficient person at that time, you would have that to film. You'd be living in your own place, driving your own car, a room with your bed, furniture, dresser with your own clothes in it. You would have to come get your clothes out somebody's house. Nobody'd have to try to take your phone because you're filming what you believe was an assault, which naturally we didn't see the assault. They're trying to take the phone from them. But see, that right there shows me somebody is still trying to control a grown man. Because why are you trying to grab a grown man's phone? So one might believe you probably did put your hands on him because you're standing right here in front of the camera trying to grab his phone from him. So why would I believe that you didn't put your hands on him? I'm just saying how it looks. And now he's got himself in more drama. So last year, it's a leak call between he and his father, Kirk cussing him out. Then you got this 7 months ago arguing with the mother and whoever else is in the video. He's trying to get his stuff out of somebody's house, relative's house, I guess. They're trying to call somebody on him. He said they're trying to take him to a hospital, whatever. I don't know what was really going on. And now you're involved in possibly a murder. Driving a dead woman's car, missing woman's car. You are in a lot of mayhem for somebody so young and obviously not productive. Because even if you are gay, bisexual, your family don't approve of your lifestyle, it doesn't matter. You could be living your best life doing you and living around and being around people who do like you for who you are. Because sometimes people don't get accepted by their family for various reasons. They just don't mesh. But the time you're spending arguing with these people, showing them live, recording phone calls and going live, you could be doing something productive with yourself, such as working a full-time job, going to school, mingling with people of your own caliber, and don't look back. And see, that's one thing a lot of people can't seem to understand. They want validation from people so bad. They're willing to air every little thing out that they did and said. But in the end, it's what I've always told people, those people don't really care. It's just like when you're chasing people. It doesn't matter if it's a family member, a man, a woman. Those people have moved on and gone on. They ain't thinking about you. And you're sitting here doing all this stuff, showing out, acting a fool, crying, hollering, screaming. They ain't looking your damn way. Because like I said, there are a lot of people who do not get along with their family members for various reasons. They go on about their business. They don't talk to their family. They're not at their house. They don't stay with them. They don't have their belongings in their property, on their property, so they don't have to have any altercations with them. And I have learned from experience, when you realize it is not working, you cannot make it work with these people. Leave them alone. Don't call them. Don't bother them. Don't ask them for nothing. Because when you have bad history with people and you are codependent, hell yeah, they'll talk any kind of way to you. Talk crazy to you, talk down to you, put their hands on you. Some of them. I don't know what his issues are. I don't know if he's been battling mental issues, identity issues. Maybe they realized he was feminine a long time ago. They didn't take to him very well. And then he eventually came out as a homosexual man, now bisexual. It's a hot mess. And now you have a new crime of being possibly involved with a murder back in Texas. Baby boy got issues. That's all I can say. You got yourself wrapped up and wound up in some hot mess. But see, that's what that's the devil's job. He's going to follow you wherever you go. Once he sees you like drama or in drama, he will surely bring something else to your feet. That's his job. He will use you, abuse you, send people to hurt you, harm you, abuse you, manipulate you, con you. And possibly this boy is diabolical. I don't know, because I don't know him. But I think he likes attention. Yes, I will agree with that. I think he likes attention. Because you got too many instances now where you like to go live. You're talking live on Instagram. You're going on people's podcast shows, talking about your family problems. You're calling them, telling them your problems. You're airing a recorded call between you and your father, which you should not have done. Now you got this uploaded content 7 months ago with your mother and family members in a driveway where they're trying to snatch your phone and this and that. You have to admit, you'd have to like this type of drama, because the average person would just go away in their own little quiet corner and live a peaceful life the best they could. They would just remove themselves. When they realize that the people are not in agreement with them, they're not getting along, they bow out. They don't keep going back. And see, a lot of people keep going back because they want that love, they want that validation from their family members, from their acquaintances. But you have to know when to fold. I've talked about that earlier in a live. You have to know when to fold. And I don't think this young man knows how to be self-sufficient, self-reliant. Because if he did, he wouldn't have to air these types of problems via social media. He would just do his own thing. And I don't think he's in a space where he knows how to be self-sufficient. And perhaps these people never reared him to be self-sufficient, self-reliant, because somebody has to teach you how to go out here and stand on your own 2 feet. Be a man. Be a woman. Teach you how to walk the walk. Balance a checkbook. Pay rent. Pay bills. Make a bed. Cook. Wash dishes. Wash your clothes. Somebody has to teach you that. And I think he wasn't. That was probably part of his problem. He was not taught to be self-reliant. Then he possibly had identity issues. They saw that, was not in compliance with that, and that started the personal issues between the family members. Possibly they didn't want a gay son. And the fact that another son is now dead from an overdose, what I was just hearing that Reed guy say, these children, obviously, Mr. Franklin has troubled children. Because you got one dead from an overdose, allegedly, and now this son is linked to a murder of a woman. It's not good. So it's like, what's next to come out about these Franklin? But that's the thing. You don't know people. You don't really know how people live. You don't know how people are raised. Everything's an illusion. You know, standing in front of the camera, smiling, putting your hand around your son, your daughter. But nobody really knows what's going on between all of you. What you got going on, your secrets, what you like, don't like, who really gets along with whom. You don't really know that until somebody starts running that mouth and telling stuff. And I don't know about the allegations of his father physically abusing him. There was also some allegations, I believe, of child molestation. I don't know who was molesting him, if any of the allegations were true or if they were true about the father. I don't know. And I don't make any claims to know. But I do know these people are troubled. There's something brewing or have brewed amongst all of them. And it's not good. I assume he had a better relationship with his mother. Maybe not now. I don't know. Of course, that was 7 months ago. Things could be better now. I'm not really sure. But what's interesting is that this mess that he's gotten himself in out in LA, why didn't he call his mother or father or relative or a good friend? Why did he call a podcaster or talk to a podcaster instead of somebody that could help him? That's very interesting to me. Very, very interesting. So did he call them or they notified him once they heard of his arrest? It's very, very sickening. Because possibly he doesn't have good ties with any of his family members. He's just the black sheep. For whatever reasons. I don't know. I don't know his history. But I think this is sickening and sad if he's gotten himself wrapped up into a crime, because then you have to ask yourselves, as I said, how did you get the car? Do you know the woman? Did you hurt the woman and steal her car and fled to LA? And if you did that, you are definitely diabolical. So did he harm this woman and steal her car afterwards? The gun found in the car, was it used in the commission of a murder of this said woman? Are there others involved? Who all knows he took the car? See, you have to ask all those questions. So what are the odds that he has a car that doesn't belong to him and he's in another state and that person is missing and then later found deceased? Just ask yourself that. You can't logically explain it because most people don't take cars that don't belong to them. Most people aren't going to take a car from another human unless they just like living on the wild side. Yo, hey man, here, take this car. I don't need it. Well, whose is it? I don't know. Just take it. You'd be a fool to take it. But you do have some risk takers. You know, younger people are like that. They'll jump in a car, don't care whose car it is. They'll let somebody pass a car to them, don't know whose car it is or if it's been involved in a crime. And then you got some older people that are still living on the edge that would, you know, jump aboard jump behind the wheel, because you got a lot of sad, sick people out here who haven't gotten their lives together. This man is 33 years old. He's way too old to be getting involved in all these family issues via social media, airing dirty laundry, and now possibly a murder. Very, very sick. Well, he likes the media, Pretty K. Pretty, would you like to come up here and give your opinion pertaining to the information? Since nobody's daring enough to hit the link pertaining to this. Yes, CR does look really bad. I don't really know what's going on here. Bad is putting it mildly. It's putting it mildly. Because for you to be extradited, that means they possibly got something on you. Not good. Not good at all. But that's sad information coming out of Los Angeles. He's appearing in court in the morning at 8:30 in municipal court in Los Angeles, California. Kerrion Kirkland, oldest son of, I keep wanting to say R&B. Now I want to say rapper, Lord have mercy. Gospel singer Kirk Franklin. Very interesting. I'm going to play you something I found in the queue. It doesn't have anything directly to do with these allegations, but I'm going to play this anyway. Let me see. Hold on one second. This is pertaining to somebody that knew of Kirk Franklin and was in the gospel singing arena. I'm going to play this commentary because I found it very interesting. This is from another network. This was uploaded a year ago. It's like a 5-minute clip. I'm going to go ahead and play this, just so you can get a little understanding of what the industry is like. Thank you all for joining me. This is courtesy Gennaro Angiolo. We'll see. One second. This is pertaining to a former gospel rapper who tells the truth about Kirk Franklin and the gospel music industry.
How do you feel about Kanye and Kirk Franklin doing a song together, especially after Kirk Franklin is quote-unquote losing his religion after going to Africa and seeing that a lot of Christianity themes and principles had a lot of similarities to Egyptian and African deities and stuff like that?
Well, for those who don't know, I used to tour with all them gospel cats. I don't know if that holds any weight or validity to my opinion. But I used to be around Kirk Franklin. I used to actually date his sister-in-law. So me and Kirk Franklin, been in the same room on many occasions. And I'm gonna speak from a personal standpoint, and I'm gonna speak from a standpoint of just from the outside looking in. And first of all, number one, I want to say I don't want to judge anybody because who am I to judge? You know what I'm saying? Second of all, I say, to me, people in the gospel industry, they not Christian. I'm up here, everybody gonna be like, "What the fuck?" No, they're not Christian. When you sign that contract, people in the gospel when the street ain't Christian. When you sign that contract with the Jews at the table, smoking cigars, they ain't talking about Jesus. They talking about how much money we gonna make. That's what they talking about. So if Kirk Franklin want to do a song with Kanye West, get that money. That's what I got to say. If you just now finding out that Christianity is like Egyptian culture and things of that nature, and you want to lose your religion, that's fine. That's beautiful. More power to you. Do your thing, Kirk Franklin. But to me, Kirk Franklin was never a Christian, if you ask me. That nigga just an artist. He just a nigga that do gospel music and say Jesus on his record. Them niggas live just like everybody else. Jay-Z, Jeezy, and Kirk Franklin, and T.I., and all them niggas live the same. They drive the same car, they fuck the same hoes, they do the same shit. So what difference do it make? That nigga want to do a song with Kanye West? Fine. Who am I to judge? I believe that you shouldn't profess things that you really don't. How can I say it?
Understand.
Not just understand, but I mean, he been saying he a gospel artist for so long, you know what I'm saying? But I've been to Kirk Franklin wanted to do secular. He's fascinated with secular music. So he should have been did secular music if you ask me. I don't know what he's doing. Listening, see the record companies, they a trip. This is what they do. If they can't find fit for you, if you want to be a secular artist and they can't find fit for you in the secular market, then what they do is they make you a gospel artist. See what I'm saying? That's what happened with Tony. Tony, everybody found out he was gay. He finally came out the closet and he got fag. And, you know, he started doing secular music. He should have been doing secular music. You can't do secular music and then just stick Jesus' name on it and then call it gospel. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that, but that's what they've been doing. What's the difference? Music is music. You say what you want to say. I used to do gospel rap and I do secular rap. Who cares? It's all music. It all has a meaning. It's how you feel at that time. At the time, Kirk Franklin was feeling like it's the reason why we sing Thank You, Jesus. Now that nigga feeling like, you know, forget the church. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that's how that nigga feel, you're grown ass man. How this game works, and they doing tours and dates.
Woo, all right. That was a former gospel rapper giving his commentary. He did use some profanity, so excuse the language. That's why I guess it's former. He's giving his opinion. Mr. Franklin is like everybody else, any other black man rapper. Sometimes they put you in the box they think you might fit in, even though maybe that's not the box you want, but you want to make it in the business, so you go ahead and get in that box. I frankly, if I wanted to be an R&B artist, that's what I want to sing. That's what I would stay as. Nobody could talk me into singing gospel if I didn't want to sing gospel. I just couldn't see doing that. Same thing with gospel rapping. If I didn't want to be a gospel rapper, I wouldn't be a gospel rapper. It's all the same to me. Allegedly, Texas is where this crime is pertaining to a missing woman, deceased woman. I don't have any information pertaining to the woman. I've been searching tonight, trying to find some information on decedent. I can't find anything. I can't find a news clipping. I've Googled Texas news in the queue and regular Google search, and I'm not coming up with anything. All the few news outlets, they're basically saying the same thing. Arrested in Beverly Hills. He'll be attending court, Los Angeles Municipal Court, in the morning at 8:30 a.m. to be extradited back to Texas. The crime in L.A. is a misdemeanor, broken tail light, allegedly resisting arrest, and there was also a gun found, but I didn't see a charge for the gun on that paperwork. I made sure to play all of the paperwork, read all of the paperwork. Very, very wicked story. Very, very wicked story. Let's see. So make sure I got everything. 1 second. Let me see here. It's got no release date. Yeah, I hope so too. I don't see anything new. So this is also someone's Instagram post, the neighborhood talk. Neighbors, it looks like Kirk Franklin's son was arrested in connection to the murder of a woman. According to several reports at Larry Reed Live, Kerrion Franklin was arrested while driving in California after a Beverly Hills police officer stopped him for a broken car taillight. When the cops searched his car, they had discovered an illegal pistol. Now this is where it gets crazy. After discovering the weapon, that's when police took him in for questioning. Franklin says the pistol didn't belong to him. It was also discovered that the car he was driving did not belong to him either, but to a missing woman who is rumored to be murdered. Franklin has now been charged with 3 felonies and is being held in Texas. We will keep you updated. Now, they say charged with felonies on here, but the arrest record said a misdemeanor at the top of it. So I don't know. Let me go back to that page. Let's see. The second page has the arrest warrant on it, and I didn't see it saying a felony. Let me look. Yeah, it says charge level M, misdemeanor, in parentheses. So I don't know where they got the felonies from. But if he said the gun wasn't his, I wonder did they run a check on the gun? Interesting. There's no bail. Total hold of bail amount, 000. Grand total, no bail. 1910 is the housing location. He has a permanent assignment in the jail as of 4/10/2022. Sign time 10/28. Facility Beverly Hills Police Department. Next court date 4/12/2022 at 8:30 a.m. in the LA Municipal Court Division 143. Release date, no information. There's no bail. Very interesting. Very interesting. Ooh, Lord have mercy. I haven't found anything else on him. Franklin says he eluded the police, planted the gun. Oh, where'd you hear that, Melissa? Where did you hear Kirk Franklin said they planted the gun? See, it says here, however, it may involve a missing woman whose car he was caught driving after she was later found dead. Oh, on Google? Okay. Well, I didn't see anything that he said. Arrested at 7:36 a.m., booked in jail 10:28. Larry Reed live. If you want to go into the YouTube queue to catch the information, he has delivered a message by way of Kerrion from jail to say he was wrongfully arrested and stopped because of his taillight. He's expected to see a judge tomorrow, April 12th. It appears that he's being held without bond due to an incident in Texas, in addition to a gun being found in the car during his arrest. He since denied any connection to the gun. Details surrounding the woman's death and why Kerrion was allegedly found driving her car haven't made it to the public just yet, but we'll be sure to follow up on the situation as more details come to light. The unfortunate case Kerrion Franklin finds himself in is currently yet another negative headline for the troubled 33-year-old that we can only hope isn't as morbid as it sounds. As you might expect, Kirk has yet to make a comment and probably won't, given their sour relationship at the moment. Prayers for all involved. This is by the Black Chronicle. This is uploaded today. I don't know. And he's been on a reality TV show called Bad Boys Los Angeles. For those of you who like reality TV. And I played you information from the real daytime show where the ladies were talking about him being forced to come out as bisexual on the show, because maybe I don't watch the show, so I can't really tell you verbatim what was said and not said, but obviously some guy was asking him about his sexuality, so I guess he came out and told him that he was bisexual. But as of last year, he was gay, so I don't know what changed from last year till now. Very interesting information. CR says they must have more for them to hold them. Yes, exactly. You're driving that car. See, that car obviously was reported stolen. So when they ran the tag, for whatever reason, that's when it came back. So hell yeah, they're going to take you to jail and hold you there. The car is coming out of Texas. And if a woman was found missing or dead with her legal name on the car and somebody's reported it missing, yeah, they're going to detain you. They're not going to let you go. If anyone wants to give their opinion, please hit the link. If not, I'm going to check out of here. I'm already an hour in. It's a slow night tonight. But that's basically the only information I have so far pertaining to this. It's not much information. We're not going to do anything until he goes to court tomorrow. Find out what they have on him or what the allegations are coming out of Texas pertaining to this woman. It's very wicked. Very, very sick. Thank you, dear. Oh, I was trying to see if they had anything. Any updates? See anything? Thank you, Melissa. Yeah, we'll see tomorrow what happens. 1971 Vanna. Vanna, you want to hit the link to tell us what you've learned? Because I haven't heard anything else. I was searching before I went live. So you're saying his friend was found dead also. That's not good. Let me see what I can pull up. I'm typing this in. See if I can get something out of there. Let's see. This is all local stuff. Okay. Just scroll up, baby. So it's at it's somewhere in the middle. It should be up there. Or I have to put it back down here. Hold on. Wait 1 second. One second, dear. Yeah, it's very quiet tonight. I wanted to get this story out in case somebody asked me about it, and I'd already have it out because I already had something else I wanted to do tonight. But I guess I'll do it tomorrow, the Crime Vault. Oh, okay. Vonna said Larry Reed's talking about it now. Okay. Well, I'll go over there and watch it after I come off my live. See what's going on. Lord have mercy. Hello.
Hi,
Hi. Where you calling me from?
Memphis, Tennessee.
All right. My mama's home. How you doing?
I'm finding you.
I'm good. So what you know? Good, honey.
Larry Reed said the guy that was Kerrion friend that talked about Kirk Franklin, he ended up being dead also.
Now wait, slow down. One of Kerrion's friend is dead.
Yeah, the one that was got on the social media talking about Kirk Franklin really bad.
What, his friend?
Kerrion's friend.
I don't know his friend though.
I forgot his name, but Larry Reed said it last night. And so the girl was his friend also.
So he does know the victims, is what you're saying to me.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh Lord. Well, I about figured that anyway with the girl. Now you talking about somebody else.
I'm not sure of the guy's name, but it was his friend. He got on social media talking about Kirk Franklin.
Yeah. Well, where's Reed getting this information now about the other dead person?
He called Larry Reed from jail because that's the only person that he really communicates with.
Okay, but don't you find that suspicious?
Yeah. Yes, I do.
I mean, in a world as big as America, you're calling a podcaster and you've been arrested. Just think about that for a second now.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of weird
friend.
because he was calling him in confidence, and he
okay. But look, but you have family, friends. Why would you call a podcaster?
I have no idea. That was the phone call he made, and
Well, could it be possible he wants to get that story out before we start gossiping?
well,
A version out, a narrative. Excuse me.
You know, he called. Kerrion called him yesterday, and he got on the air yesterday, and immediately started talking about it.
Okay.
I was like, if he called you in confidence, why are you on the internet talking about it?
Well, because this is what them YouTubers do, honey, to get their views, baby. But you got to also know he had to have asked him, can I play it? Because only a fool would air it without his consent. And I just played you audio where he was arguing with his mama 7 months ago, saying they were trying to put their hands on him, trying to snatch his phone, girl. You didn't watch, you watching him. You got to go back and watch, and this is the video.
Because I just came in, so I will.
So, he's got issues. Now, I would say in that video that was played, they were trying to snatch his phone from him because they didn't want him going live. But my thing is, if he just said, hey, my mama just assaulted me, why would I think he would be lying? Because I'm sitting there watching you trying to take his phone out of his hand.
I'm not.
He was trying to come get his clothes or something from somebody's house, and the woman, I guess it's his mother, said, well, I was called over here. And he said, they trying to put me in a hospital. Girl, it was crazy. I got it on my community page. Just go to my community page. You can watch the videos off of somebody else's network.
Okay, I sure will.
This is a mess. Well, can you talk for a minute? Because ain't nobody trying to come up here and talk. You know, these people are like they're scared to hear the link, but they can come up here and talk about them children missing. That's all they like talking about. That's it. Missing kids. They act like there ain't nothing else going on in America but that.
Yes, I can stay on here. I'm not doing anything.
Okay, well, honey, chop it up with me. Tell me what you think about that and that reality show he on. And I don't watch that show, but I played the real daytime, and they're talking about they felt like he was pressured to come out. But see, I got so much to say about all this. Last year you were gay. This year you're bisexual. Now these women are talking about, oh, they forced him to come out, and he didn't have to come out. He had to say nothing. But don't you find that strange? One, you gay last year. This year you bisexual. Which is it?
I tried to look at the show last night. It was on YouTube.
Okay.
And I just couldn't watch it after 5 minutes. It was just too much.
Well, tell me why. Just give me your say it delicately.
It was just too much going on that show.
With the men folks. What is it? All the other men, are they gay or they straight?
All of them are gay.
Well, hell, then what the hell they crying about that he was forced to come out?
They were on a bus. I think they were going to a party or something, and my husband said, you think I want to watch this? So
that's what I was just telling you about the chat about black men. That's exactly what I said when the women were trying to defend him being forced. I said, well, if it's a black man that's straight, I can see him wanting to know if he's heard that the man is gay. He would want him to tell him, well, hey, I ain't trying to be funny, but I don't really care to hang with, no gay men. But that would be his preference, and he have a right to tell a person that instead of being fake. So now you're telling me the house is full of gay men.
Yes, it is.
But then how is he forced to come out to tell his sexuality? So what, they felt like they must have heard that he liked women too.
I just didn't understand it. Why was he on the show if he wasn't gay? Because everybody else was, so he must.
But you remember he said, but that's what's been the problem between him and his daddy, remember?
Yes. I remember that not too long ago when that conversation
last year. Yeah, so you knew that, right?
But I guess he needed the money. I have no idea.
Well,
and I would have thought he would at least call his dad or his mother before he called Larry Reed.
That's deep, girl. That's real deep. Might be trying to get a narrative out. Who knows? Well, did it sound like he gave the man his permission? Excuse me, I'm filing my fingernails.
It doesn't seem like he did.
Really?
I mean, because as soon as he said, I just got off the phone with Kerrion, and I was like, well, he should have called Kirk and told him about it instead of coming on YouTube. That's what I thought.
Well, does he have Kirk's number though? And can he call Kirk? So that's another thing. Or do they even have a good report for him to call?
No, I think he did an interview on Larry Reed's show, and he said he doesn't talk to them. But
who don't talk to him?
Kirk Franklin.
So Kirk said he don't talk to his son, or his son said he don't talk to his dad.
The son said he doesn't talk to his dad.
Okay. Well then he would have a reason to call Kirk Franklin then.
Well, he should have called his mom or something instead of.
Well, he was just arguing with her. That's why I told you to go watch that video. He was just arguing with her and her grandmama or something in a driveway 7 months ago. Girl, they got too much going on. That boy got too much going on. Let me tell you what I think. I think they didn't raise him properly. I think maybe he was coddled. And when they realized he was feminine, that's when they backed up. And he's been struggling ever since to get the approval from these parents. That's what I think.
Well, Kirk Franklin, he's not too. I don't know about him, but
don't do it. What you get ready to say? You think he got some sugar too?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, that might be why. That might be a problem then. They gonna say, "Well, about the apple in the tree." Girl, that tree crying right now, ain't it? Ooh, shut your mouth.
Yeah, but he said, he said in the interview that he used to be on the road with his dad all the time. His dad used to leave him in the hotel room with different people, and different people was touching him.
Wow, men or women?
He didn't say which.
Do you believe that?
I don't know what to believe.
Well, what do you think? Let's go here. Let's start at the beginning. What do you think of Kerrion allegations against his father of physical abuse? And I do believe child molestation. If I'm wrong, I'll stand corrected. What do you think of his allegations against his father? The phone call last year. Let's start there.
I think that Kirk probably did do something to him.
Just touch him.
That's my.
Oh wow! Tell me why you think when you say that.
I believe that. I just do. My oldest daughter, she knew Kerrion when he was younger.
Okay. They had it. How she come to know him, man?
She was in college, and she was around him, and she used to be around Kirk all the sometimes also.
Okay.
Oh wow! So somebody that knows somebody, huh?
My daughter.
Okay. Hi, Queen.
Melissa, where you calling from?
I am in Stillwater, Minnesota.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna let Memphis finish saying what she was saying. Okay. So you are saying to me what? That you believe that Mr. Franklin is bisexual?
I believe so.
And you also believe he touched his child inappropriately?
Possibly.
Well, do you have any information on why that other son overdosed, allegedly?
That was his friend that overdosed.
Well, I thought I was playing something where somebody said the video was his son.
No, that was Kerrion's friend.
Oh, Kerrion's friend. Okay, maybe I misunderstood what they said. I stand corrected. It's not Kirk's son, but Kerrion's friend. I don't know why. I thought they were saying that was his other son.
No.
Okay. Reed was reading something off about that, and I thought he was saying something about his son overdose. I think I'm turning around. Okay.
But I just know my daughter. She was like, she don't know what happened because they used to communicate a lot, and all of a sudden she was like, what's going on with him? He just stopped communicating with her. Yeah,
probably going through stuff. People fall off. People do that for various reasons. People fall off with people. Just stop calling and talking. So, what about the mother's relationship? Because it looks like it's not too good either. See, I don't think he was reared properly. I think they probably coddled him, maybe spoiled him. And then once they found out he was feminine, everybody backed up. And then he didn't have no rearing to be self-sufficient. You know what I'm saying? To take care of himself, pay bills, balance a checkbook, know how to save money. People have to teach you those things because it's terrible to learn it on your own. And that's why he's over here arguing with his mom about getting his clothes out somebody's house. See, if you got your own house, you ain't got to argue with nobody about getting something out your own house. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So he has not been taught to be self-sufficient. That's what I take from these people. They didn't teach him to be self-reliant. So that's probably where all this storytelling comes in, going live, got to tell every little secret and who said what. That stuff kids do. And adults are doing it now. Every time something go wrong, go to Facebook. Go to Facebook. It's petty.
Yes, it is.
Facebook is not the place to tell your every innermost secret and how you felt. Because eventually people will start talking about you when you start going live all the time and start moaning and crying about stuff. That's why you have to be careful about what you say on Facebook.
Yeah, that's why I hardly ever go on there.
Well, what do you think happened in Texas?
I don't know. I just on the information I heard was from Larry Reed.
But it sounds bad, don't it?
Well,
oh my goodness gracious.
Sometimes I don't know about Larry Reed.
Oh Lord. What you mean? Oh, about his orientation?
Yeah, I mean, I think he did. I didn't think he should have after Kerrion called him. I don't think he should have came right on air and talked about it. Seemed like he should have reached out to Kirk or.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, first.
Because that was just being messy.
Messy. Well, maybe he's messy. I don't know.
Well, he is.
I don't know him, so I don't follow his commentary.
He's a preacher.
Who's a preacher?
And Larry Reed.
Oh, okay. So he married?
No, well, he was married. His wife left him for another woman.
Woo,
and
Lord.
I guess now
$10.
Here we go.
I'm not gonna lose. Girl, you better go so far.
Oh my God.
God, you don't woke the dead. Look, I just sit there and walk off my kitchen floor.
Oh my God.
Wait a minute. He said, Anya, I'm going to the refrigerator and get me a Sprite. Look, that somebody there that got about their tools just now, girl. You better go. So, wait a minute. Wait a minute, Satan. I got. Wait a minute. I got to talk like the folks in Alabama. Girl, you lying. Damn. A girl went and got a girl. Well, that means some preacher man wasn't doing something. Shut your anger. Be quiet. I don't think that's to me.
Well,
Woo. Don't do it, Miss Wanda.
He said, one day he said something about
I can't.
If the lights went out, he and another man, he would let him do it. So I'm like, what?
If the lights was out, he'd let another man be with his wife?
Him, do the job.
What?
Wait. I'm confused with what you're saying. You saying he would be with a man if the lights was out?
He would let another man
penetrate him.
No, give him a job.
Oh, see, so he's got tendencies then.
Yes.
Because a straight man would never say nothing like that ever. Not now, not never.
And I was like, what?
I've heard one guy tell me that if he was doing about 20 years in prison, he said, I might consider a man doing that to me because I ain't getting out no time soon. He said, but other than that, I would not never engage in a relationship if I was incarcerated with a man. But some might say, well, I've been locked down 15, 20 years and I ain't engaged with a man. But my thing is, I wouldn't say it, period, in any type of conversation.
Never.
Free or locked up. How about that?
Because if you say you would probably do it, you probably would do it.
When you put on the stipulation, because he was joking, like, I know a lot of men be locked down a long time. I can only see it if I was doing at least 20 to life and I wasn't getting out of there. I might just go on and let a man do that to me. But my thing is, even if you thought it, I wouldn't repeat it. And to even say that you would do it with the lights off lets me believe you've thought about that.
Yes.
Because that's just not even a general statement to say. That's something you would say, hey, a woman wasn't attractive. I'd do it with her with the lights off. You see where I'm going? An unattractive woman. Do it to her or she do you. But not a man.
In your
Not
famous
never.
words.
Not
Stay
never.
woke.
Huh? Stay woke.
In
I
your-
was woke. Because let me tell you about Queen. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful to anybody's orientation. But when I was listening to him talk, first thing I was trying to figure out was he sugary.
If you have to think that, you already know.
Right. Okay then. Right. When I watched it just now before going live, I said, Anya. Anya. Does he got some sugar in him tank? I was just wondering. You don't want to judge a person just by the way they're talking, but it crossed my mind while I was listening to him talk.
It didn't cross my mind several times.
Ooh, all right, Melissa, give it to me.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Honey.
I'm not being too loud, am I?
Baby, go on, speak, honey.
Okay. Hey, Ange, I've been watching you for since the beginning of Summer's case.
Okay.
I found you through someone else, and I just wanted to say that I want to tell you thank you so much for all you do.
Okay, thank you.
I know all the hard work that you do for a lot of cases.
Mm-hmm.
As far as like what you kind of poked at a little bit tonight, you have a good point. Like it's not always just about the kids. So when you had the show tonight, I was really excited, I do need a break from Summer sometimes.
Okay.
It's not that I don't care.
Yeah.
But
well,
this drama, let me tell you what.
I didn't build my channel on talking about true crime every day anyway. That's what people don't understand. I didn't build my channel that way. I talk about various subject matters. I mean, I might want to talk about, why your husband's feet smell. That's just, you understand what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. I'm just, just trying to say it's getting just to be like a circus. It's a little much right now. I just got to walk away from it for a little while. You know what I mean?
So what do you have to say about this situation here? Do you not know anything about it? You hadn't heard?
Yes. And this is very interesting. I can't believe we just heard two different things in, an hour that were very scary.
Such as?
With this, with the gun, supposedly, well, not the gun, but the woman and now his friend, maybe?
Yes.
And then him saying on there, that lady, now I lost it. Where I searched at Google.
Mm-hmm.
What was her name again? The JasmineBrand.com.
Mm-hmm.
And saying that he, was saying that the police planted the gun in that car.
Yeah, I don't know if I believe that.
Oh, come on.
No, I don't believe
I know we got crooked cops, but Beverly Hills, I don't think that'd be something I think of. I don't know about that. You're in a stolen car of a dead woman. I don't really think they need to plant a gun. What you think? Just say.
No, but do we know the woman is no longer here?
I don't know. That was some questions that coming out of different people's commentary before I went live that they don't really have information that the woman is actually dead. So I don't know.
Okay.
One article may say dead, one may say missing, believed to be dead. But my thing is, for them to hold you, it's something serious out of Texas.
Mm-hmm. And then this one's saying that there's several felony charges.
Right.
But you were saying
the arrest record I read has misdemeanor on the top of the page.
Right. Isn't that interesting to you? Do you think that our guest would be able to explain her side of it since she was a police officer at one time? What was her take on that? Because I missed part of the live. I'm sorry.
Memphis, what is your name? You don't have to give me your name, just give me a name to call you. Or you just want to call you Memphis?
Vaughn.
Okay, Vaughn. Yeah, okay. So are you a retired police officer?
Yes.
Okay, so answer her question. I'm getting old. I forget what she done said. God almighty. Girl.
Are we the same age?
Is it the Minnesota accent?
No, I'm saying it. You'd be surprised. I can't remember nothing hardly anymore. But my mind stays so boggled down. I'm serious. I just can't remember stuff. It's really bad. I'm sure
I understand.
I can't keep up with stuff no more.
I get it. May I ask her?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah.
Hi, Von. May I ask you a question about the arrest report stating that there was misdemeanor, but if there was a gun found in that car and there is several felonies to this arrest, supposedly, allegedly, can you explain, like, is that because it was so early in the day, or how would you explain that? Can you explain that?
I believe they ran the tag, and the tag came back to the girl that was dead, and so that was reasonable to stop them, to stop the car. I don't know anything about a gun. I don't know if he lied about that because he told someone that, but I hadn't seen the police report.
Yeah,
I see.
I read
I
the
see.
pictures. I got it.
Okay.
And it's nothing on there about no weapon because it's 3 pages. And the first page is the article. The second page is the warrant. And the third page is somebody's Twitter account with Mr. Reed talking and other people's Twitter account commentary about it. But there's nothing because in the line where it says the charge, it says M and then misdemeanors in parentheses. There's no mention of a gun.
I think Kerrion just made that up, or the person that he told made it up, because I don't see him just without a bond going to jail for just a gun.
So see, now that's crazy that you'd even think that he's lying. Why would I lie about a gun? That don't make no sense.
Queen.
Yes.
So basically, what I was gonna also say is, I mean, why would you come on YouTube and tell us stuff? And I don't like people that tell us the wrong information.
Who are you talking to?
Like the YouTube people and the guy that said one thing and then said another when this gentleman called him from jail.
Well, you got to remember something. You can't get mad at what he repeated if that's what the guy told him. See, that's the thing about information. You only know what somebody tells you. So if you calling me wanting help, how do I know what's going on out there in California? I'm not out there. I can only go by what you tell me.
Okay.
You understand it?
Sure.
That's no different if your friend called you and said, I got arrested and got pulled over with a broken tail light, and there was a gun found in the car. Why would you question that they're lying?
Okay. I see what you're saying.
But you would question why you ain't got no bond. Now that's the part you would question. And you'd also question, okay, when'd you get a car? Stay woke. You hear what I just said?
Yes.
Because if I know you ain't got no car, I want to know how the hell you got from Texas to LA.
Correct. Right.
That's I know what questions to ask you.
That's why you are the queen.
Yes, right. That's the first thing I'm gonna ask somebody with 2 feet with no car. How'd you get out there in the car? And whose car you took out there? Whose gun is it? And why you ain't got no bond on a misdemeanor? See, you can't get nothing past Queen on nothing.
And no gun in the report. And no gun.
Yeah, right. And that's not. And I'm telling you, I read it.
Report.
It's not even in the report. There's no mention of a gun unless it's been. That's not what was uploaded correctly to this source I brought. But there's no mention of no gun, and it says misdemeanor. So that's why I'm trying to understand where does the gun come in? Because if it ain't mine, then now aren't they going to run the gun?
And he was saying he didn't know who put it in there. Somebody planted it on him.
He said the police planted it.
We got to ask ourselves as common sense.
Right.
How you get the car? What are you doing with the car? Why is the car deemed stolen? And why is it deemed stolen to somebody possibly dead?
And why are you not in California?
Right.
Because this sounds like some Andrew Cunanan type stuff. The guy that killed Versace. That's what it sounds like to me. Already. That's what it sounds like to me. You did something and stole that girl's car and took it to LA. Like a fool.
And kept riding in it.
Well, I said like a fool. So that's how a fool would do.
Can I read something really quick?
Is it a source? Gotta bring a source with it.
It says, well, it's on Google, but it's from Larry. Oh, this is the Larry Reid Live thing.
Because people gonna question whatever you read.
Oh, this is the Larry Reid Live from Social Heat. Just about 50 minutes ago.
Okay.
Now see, this is how it starts. Yeah, it looks like Kirk Franklin's son was arrested in the connection to the murder of a woman while driving in California after Beverly Hills police officer stopped him for a broken taillight. It says it was also discovered that the car he was driving did not belong to him or the pistol, but to the missing woman who was rumored to have been murdered.
So what was rumored to be to her? The car?
The car and the gun were hers.
Could be.
And then it's saying that he has now been charged with the 3 felonies and being held in Los Angeles County Jail. We will keep you posted.
What are the 3 felonies?
It does not list them on here. It just says I'll keep us posted, whatever that means.
Yeah. So that means the 3 felonies might be coming out of Texas. That's what the hold is. The misdemeanor is possibly the tail light.
Okay. Well, that makes sense.
The tail light's the misdemeanor in LA. The 3 felonies are coming out of Texas, which is the hold. How's that sound, Pop? Memphis?
I didn't hear you.
I said the tail light is the misdemeanor in LA. The hold is the 3 felonies coming out of Texas, which would be 2 dead people and the theft of a car.
Correct.
Okay. See, Queen a little woke.
You're so smart.
I try to be. I have my dumb blonde moments.
I wish I would have caught you on the Lorenz and Wright case. I wish I would have known.
Girl, we can recap it now, but we can do it now. I ain't got but 47 people viewing. We can make it worth my time.
Whew.
I really wish I could talk to somebody from that case. I was trying to reach out to his friend, but I didn't know
which friend.
The one that spoke to Court TV. I got it on my community post. I looked his name up, but I couldn't find him because some people aren't on Facebook. So I was really wanting him to come on and talk to me if he would.
Well, you should have asked his best friend, the police officer Dennis, to come up and ask what was going on, and then I'll leave it at that.
Say what? Dennis who?
He's a police officer right now. That was Lorenz's best friend.
I mean, what's his full name is what I'm saying, baby.
If I could, I can't think of Dennis' name right.
Okay.
But he's over the homicide right now.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this before we go talk about Lorenzen. Do you believe Pretty Boy done something to them friends out there in Texas?
Oh yes, because he's not. I don't think he's stable in the mind, medication or something.
Sociopath. I think we might be dealing with us a little psychopath here.
Yeah, that's what I thought last night too. I was like, oh, yeah. So no telling how many people he has killed.
Okay, CR asked a good question. I didn't mean to ignore y'all comments. She said, would he get a felony if he had previously had a felony catching him with a gun? Yes, but we don't know what he's done out in Texas or anywhere else because they're not naming anything in the articles. All the articles are similar. They're not naming no said charges. Just a taillight is really what's been mentioned in a gun. All right, chop it up about Lorenzen.
Oh. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want to know?
You brought it up, so I figured you had something you wanted to tell us.
Oh no, I know the case, but I just anything you want. I wish I would have called you, and we probably could talk about it.
Well, honey, you know how to find me on IG.
No, are you on IG? Okay, I'll put you on there then.
Yeah, Big Sexy 71. Oh God, I'm about to knock this cup over. Yeah, I want you to contact me. We can chop it up and one day go live, and you can give me whatever it is you want to tell me. You can tell me whatever you want to tell me now. If it's something you want us to know, or
Well, I rather not.
whatever bothered you, what you thought was pivotal in the case. It's a very interesting story, I must say. I ain't never seen nothing like it myself. Of course, I'm sure I have, but it's why not just move on? Or was it always about the money? Once you found out he still had you on a policy, you thought, okay, I got a way to get some money and knock off this man I still can't stand.
But before she was dating Lorenzen at the age of 14, she was with Isaac Hayes.
I beg your pardon?
Yes, ma'am.
That old man?
Yes.
Girl. Okay, I'm dead. Girl, don't come in here with this nonsense. What? Doing what? And with that old man?
Before she was with Lorenzen, which was when they started dating, he was 14 and she was dating Isaac Hayes.
How could she have been? She met Lorenzen when she was what, late teens or early 20s, right?
No, she was 20. I think she was 20 something at TSU.
So they met at TSU.
Yeah.
Okay, so
because she had flunked out of college, and he was on her dad's AAU team, so he took the boys up there to move her back to Memphis because she had flunked out of college.
Okay, interesting, very interesting.
And he was only 14.
She was 14.
No, he was 14.
Who was 14?
Lorenzen.
Okay, so how old was Isaac? How old was she and how old was Isaac?
Well, we know Isaac is way older than us, so I at the time it still was a big gap.
Lord have mercy.
Because we are 51, so I don't know how old Isaac will be right now, but I think
Isaac is probably damn near my daddy age or older. Because I'm 51, my daddy would be 72 if he lived in August. So he's probably 72 or older.
That's who she dated before, Lorenzen.
I know exactly how to find out. I'm going to Google it right now. Hold on 1 second. I'm about to scream. I ain't lying. How old is Isaac Hayes? Oh, 65. He younger than my daddy.
Ooh, I would have thought he was older than that.
Well, he got to be. It said, but we said 65 years, but died in 2008. It says 1942 to 08. So it's 22 now. 0, 7. Okay.
He was too old for us anyway.
So that's like 80. He's 80. He be 80. What I thought. 80 and 42, that's 2. 8 and 4 carry, that's 2. That's 22.
And the little baby, they had supposedly seven kids. And if you notice, the mother, she only named 6 of the kids. The little baby that.
Yeah, because he was born in August and died the same month. So he died actually 2 days before my daddy's birthday. He died August 10th, 2008.
Oh no, I was talking about. I'm back on Lorenzen.
Okay, what about him? I'm sorry.
The little she had 7 kids, but he was getting ready to leave her because he didn't think that.
I thought he had already left her. That's the point.
When they had the little girl baby named Serene or something, and he found out that was not his child, and somehow, the baby came up. The baby died.
Okay.
And they said it was SIDS, but
oh God, don't tell me. You think she killed the baby?
I know.
What you mean you know?
I know. I was working.
Oh Lord. Girl, you killing me right now. She killed a kid. Well, then why would the autopsy say,
No. You,
I'm listening. Because somebody got to give a cause of death. Right?
if you have money, you can persuade someone to say something else. And at the time, the medical examiner.
Ain't no way in the world I'm getting ready to lie for that half. I don't know her well enough to say she didn't kill her kid. She would be nothing to me to protect her. Who is she?
But at the time, we had the person, the more he was crazy. He was kind of a little off.
Who, the medical examiner?
Yes.
Oh, girl, you killing me. Like the one we had here many years ago. Perdigo, whatever his crazy name was. That man was wrapped up in all kind of crazy nonsense. Looking at dead folks all damn day. That should be expected.
Yeah.
Cutting them open and stuff. Good God.
But that's the reason why that baby disappeared from Earth, because he found out it was not his child.
Well, how old was the baby?
11 months.
11-month-old is almost 12.
11 months.
A year, I mean.
11 months.
11 months. So you get what I'm saying, though.
Uh-huh.
So the baby was what? Not looking like him?
I mean, she was a beautiful little girl, but he had suspicions because he was always out of town. And
Lord. Now, what age would this one be? The last one?
No, she was the third one from the last child.
Third one from the last. Oh, dear God. Girl, you killing me right now.
And the funeral was held inside their house.
Come again.
You heard the funeral was
Girl.
inside.
M-Town, please stop. I can't right now. Lord have mercy.
That's where the funeral was, in the house.
This is crazy.
No, he was dealing with a crazy woman.
So what do you think the motive was?
She loved money.
Mm-hmm. Well, that guy who she dated helped write the book. That's what he said. To I believe it was Court TV, that he noticed that was an issue with her, a major issue, her spending habits. Well, my thing is, she had the money because she killed somebody and got the insurance money. Did she have those habits before she killed him? That's what is the question.
Well, she had been on drugs also.
Okay, now damn. What else is you getting ready to add to this story? She was on drugs. What kind of drug?
Cocaine, crack cocaine.
So she was a mother of all these children and getting high.
You see, that's why her mouth is twisted.
Please stop. And woo, don't she look a hot mess in them good scrubs? That little pretty girl, her not so pretty now.
Well, to me, she was never pretty because I saw her, she never.
But you know what I'm saying? Smaller, had longer hair, more appealing, didn't have the weight on her. Honey, when I saw her walking in the courtroom, I said, honey, look at this little line back on here. Oh, amazing what jail can do to you.
Well,
it can put some gears on you.
Yeah, and right after he died, she married a sheriff officer.
What is with them officers liking these old bad girls?
And one day he came home and she was moving out to move with the book.
And what happened with them?
The guy that wrote the book, she moved to Texas with the guy that wrote the book.
Okay, I know about the one that moved, but
and then
the one that wrote the book, he wasn't a sheriff's officer, was he?
No, ma'am. He worked. He was just a editor or
Okay.
wrote
So the
by
sheriff guy, where does he fit in? Before or after the author?
before, because that's
Okay.
when somebody called and said something going on at your house.
Uh-huh.
And when he went home, that's when she was moving all the stuff. She wasn't even going to tell him that she was leaving.
The sheriff guy.
Uh-huh.
Well, why was she leaving? Do you know that they ever say why she left him or why they busted up?
She only married him just to try to see if anybody could find out information on what was going on about the
So
case.
you think she used him?
Uh-huh.
Well, do you think he told her stuff? Or what's the word on the street? Or what was the word on the street then?
A lot of stuff came missing from the evidence room.
Like what?
The gun that she had.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Where is he now?
He's still in Memphis. He's retired now.
How long did he stay an officer after this stuff went missing?
I'm not sure how long he stayed, but I think he went on and retired because she caught him in a soft spot because his wife had just died.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
And he thought he had something.
Like what? Without insurance?
I guess he thought she was beautiful, I guess. I don't know.
Well, a lot of people thought that was said about her in the beginning, you know. As they say, she was attractive at one time. She was nice looking, nice looking lady to some. But like I said, jail can change a lot of things. And that's something I've noticed about people who go to jail and stay there for a little bit before they, while waiting for trial. It's amazing what hair dye, when you ain't got no hair dye.
Her sister was one of our senators.
Okay.
You remember that?
Hair? Huh?
You remember her sister was a senator?
And went down for fraud?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Okay.
I think I heard that. So, good God. I don't even know what to say at this point. Jeez. What in the world?
And when I know I got the call when he caught her in the house with someone, another guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried to get over there, but as soon as they found out it was a high, because he played for the Grizzlies then, they said we couldn't come over there. So I got the call. I was really wanting to go, but they told us we couldn't they disregarded me, so I couldn't go.
Well, I don't understand what you mean. This is why he was married to her?
Uh-huh. He came home off the road and
found her with somebody else.
Uh-huh.
And why couldn't you go?
Because he was a celebrity.
I mean, what this guy? But was it your district?
Yeah, it was my district. But since he was playing for the Grizzlies, they had to keep it. They wanted to keep it hush hush.
So you mean they let somebody else take care of it? Is what you're saying?
Yeah, the higher people.
Higher, I got you. Uh-huh. Like a what? A sergeant or somebody, a lieutenant or somebody?
Uh-huh.
So what were you at that time? Just a detective or an officer?
Just an officer.
That's an officer. Okay. What was your rank when you retired?
I was an officer. I didn't get promoted.
Okay.
I wasn't a kiss ad. I mean, a kiss.
Well, I mean, did you want to be a detective though?
No, I wanted to retire as soon as possible.
So what year did you retire?
I retired when I was 48.
I mean, what year is what I'm saying?
Oh, I'm like you now. Oh, I'm 51 now, so that was
3 years. 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured you would remember that.
No, I would, but I wanted to get away from it so bad.
Why?
I mean, I was just burnt out.
I see. So how long were you an officer, ma'am?
25 years.
Long time, man. Yeah. Yeah, I was watching some stuff today on this thing called Hood Vlogs, and they was watching Detroit. They were in Memphis talking to some Crips. Just just curious. Memphis has a lot of crime.
Yes, they sure does.
A lot
They
of.
sure do.
Yes, it's sad to see a city just go down, to me, in my opinion, in flames, literally, because it doesn't make any sense.
And the cookie shop that was in my area also.
Oh, okay.
I used to go there, and they never had cookies. Never
Don't.
had customers. Never.
Are you serious? So what you
Yes.
trying to say?
Well, I can't speak too much about that, but
well, I say it because I ain't worried about none of the folks in M-Town. It was a front.
they never had cookies when I went there.
And how long ago was that?
When
there wasn't no cookies in there.
I worked in that area for about 10 years.
So how long has it been a cookie shop then?
They said they've been there 20 years.
Okay, so you're telling me the time that you was an officer, which is 3 years ago, you never saw cookies in the establishment?
Never.
But then what were they having? Muffins? Okay.
Nothing. I don't know when I went, and I used to go because I wanted to taste the cookies, but they never had cookies.
Okay, tell me what year you last went in there and asked for a cookie. I'm gonna write this down because now I'm starting to get wondering what the hell's going on here.
It's probably been about 5 years. That was the last time. I mean, because every time I went, they never had cookies, so I just stopped going up there.
And I find it interesting that the video I made about them, it got flagged.
Oh, yeah, they flagging a lot of people.
Yeah, but see, that doesn't make any sense because my commentary came from the news, not Pookie Ray Ray. I played commentary from Memphis News. So why is Memphis News or whomever flagging my video? See where I'm going with that? It was about Young Dolph, and I know what I played in that video, and it was from a news source, a real live Memphis news station. So what I was trying to understand is who got offended? Was it the news station or Makita's? In my mind, if I go back in my video and pull it up, I do believe it was Makita's that made the claim.
Yes, a whole lot of YouTubers have lost monetary, got demonetized because of talking about them.
Yeah, that's what I think. And what I thought was interesting was there was nothing derogatory in the video because the video was basically from the news. So, the news didn't say anything derogatory about it. So why would you be flagging my video? If it wasn't the news flagging it for, a copyright claim. And then too, the news is free press. So I was just confused. Now, another news source that's flagged me is, not flagged me, but copyright claim, excuse me. Tribune News, because I did a story about the man, politician in Chicago giving out free gas. And Tribune did a copyright claim on my video for that. So I had to edit that out, which was a part of the storyline of, rent hikes and different things. So I thought, why are you flagging something that's important to the community, such as somebody giving away free gas? That didn't make no sense. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I believe it was Makita's that did that, not the Memphis News.
Oh yeah, it was. It probably was.
Okay. So what do you think is going on that I'm missing? That it's been some hanky-panky going on with Makita's? Because that's what was mentioned in some of the other people's videos that they should have been flagging, is that their inside people did that to him, allegedly. One of the daughters.
Yeah.
So that's what you should have been flagging, not mine. Because I don't know nothing about what's going on in Memphis.
It's a lot going on.
And I definitely would have never made a claim like that without ironclad proof. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, you're very thorough.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I watch other people's stuff. That's why I said when I got the copyright claim, I say, why are they copyrighting my video when this is a news source? This isn't no he said, she said gossip. It's just the news talking about the restaurant. I mean, that is where he got shot. So my thing is, where do you have a problem with something that's being aired from the news? Are you also complaining about the news showing your place? Because that is where he got shot, was in your establishment. I'm telling you, it made no sense to me.
And it's a lot of people that they do the same thing. I've heard.
What?
Flagging their channels and
For talking about the crime itself.
Talking about their shop.
But that's where he got killed. Well, how you gonna not talk about it? That's where he got killed. I mean, even if you're not implicating these people, that is where he died. So what is the problem? There'd only be a problem if you did have something to do with it. Just saying. Because that's not even logical. It's just like right now, if you go to the gas station and get murdered at the gas station, why the hell is the gas station person on it gonna be mad because somebody got killed out?
And it's plenty of people that got killed at gas stations in Memphis.
But you get what I'm saying.
Yes.
The mall, the gas station, the nail shop, wherever. The bus stops, all the same to me. That's where the person died.
It just seems kind of fishy.
I knew it was fishy. Because I stay woke. I told myself when I got the copyright claim, I said, what the hell are they copyright claiming my video for? What? This came from the news. What is that argue about? Crazy. Wow.
I will get in your on IG and tell you the rest of it, because
just look me up, Big Sexy 71. Send me a message and we'll chop it up. Because let me tell you something, if I even think of something hanky panky with her or that whoever owned it or anything, I will put you on blast and I will have no problem with doing it. Because I'm not the one who was doing it. There were people who implicated those folks. They sure did. And I saw it in the YouTube queue. There are some people, or one or two, or maybe more, implicated them people at that cookie shop having something to do with that boy's death. And I definitely would have never done nothing like that without no proof. You understand what I'm saying? But I know how people talk in the street, and my ear wasn't to the street down there. And I'm not saying that they had anything to do with the boy's death. But you know how folks start chopping up stuff and trying to put stuff together, the timeline, who said what, who didn't see nothing. And that's where they started meddling with when that guy was talking about not seeing something, and then nobody else got shot but him, which is strange if you're going up to a business.
And shot 22 times, and it was other people in the
allegedly. Right. So that means nobody was in the vestibule or sitting area if they had a sitting area. Because that's what I'm trying to figure out. What type of place is it? It's the type where you just walk in and you got just a little hallway where you can stand and wait on the cookies, or is there also an area where you can sit and eat and dine?
No, it's just it's
a vestibule.
Just you could open the door, go in there. They had the little stand. It wasn't too much room. No,
okay.
You couldn't sit down and eat in there.
Okay, so that means nobody was at the counter. Just him and his friend were in there.
His brother.
That was Dolph's brother.
So
it was Dolph's brother. That's supposed to be the security guy?
It wasn't security. He was just in there with his brother.
Well, remember the street, all the videos said that was his security. The one that came out shooting.
And that was his brother, Marcus.
Okay, I'm confused. Oh, let me write this down. Wait a minute. So why was the rumors that the security guy came out shooting the assailants?
Well, his brother did come out shooting.
Okay, but I never heard it was his brother. I heard it was just a security guy.
It's his brother. His baby brother.
Okay, so why did he get shot?
Why didn't he get shot? I don't know.
I'm just saying, even if you aim, if it's more than one shooter.
But somebody in that Mercedes did. He did shoot somebody in the Mercedes and he died.
Of the person in the car?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so what I'm saying is, how many shooters shot through the window or the door at the cookie place?
It was, I think it was an inside job.
Okay.
That's what I believe in. I will
Okay, let me ask you
inbox
this.
you.
What is people like you who were doing what you do thought? What did you ever hear any of them saying?
Inside job.
Okay. The blue said it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What about the street?
They had ties with all these with
Different
gangs.
guys.
With gangs.
The shop did.
Uh-huh.
Rival gangs of what Dolph Road?
That was he wasn't a gang,
Affiliated. Okay.
but
Wow.
he had people on his label
That worked.
that were.
Okay, street gangs. Okay.
I really believe YG had something to do with it.
Who is YG?
I
Is he one of
can't
the people
say
that's been
his
arrested?
name, but he's a rapper in Memphis.
Has he been arrested?
No, he's the he's the money person.
You mean the one that fronts the money for the artists and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm saying is he's a rapper. Is that what you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he's a rapper. Interesting. A rival rapper. Is that what you're trying to say? Somebody that had beef with Young Dolph?
Young Dolph was messing with his girlfriend. Had messed with his baby mama.
Oh my God. Girl, you are killing me. Oh yeah, we really gonna have to chop it up. Damn. What? I sure wish you had reached out to me a long time ago.
I just found out how to get on here the other day.
I understand. That's okay. Well, it ain't never too late for no tea. That's one thing about that. Yeah, because you have to explain that logically. If you had one shooter shooting, did they shoot through the glass or did they open the door and shoot? And where were the people behind the counter? If it's just a vestibule and not a place where you can sit.
Okay, and the way he fell, the way he fell, he got shot from the inside because he fell backwards and his arm was at the window.
Okay.
So that was inside.
Okay. So the person was inside the store.
The person's.
I'm saying he fell back and his arm was outside of the window. Right?
Uh-huh.
Jesus Christ, that's crazy. What in the world? Well, maybe he called and said, I'm on my way to pick up the cookies, and they called and notified somebody, and they were already lying in wait for him. Is that what you're telling
me? They have been following him for 2 days.
Okay, following him for 2 days. But you still have to be able to walk in there, though, is what I'm saying.
They had, if you notice, someone had them on at the gas station.
Yeah, I saw that. And then the truck backed in across the street from the place. But what I'm saying still, did the person walk up in the store and shoot them directly in the store, or they were already in the store?
Already in there.
Okay. See, that's where the problem comes in. Well, that means somebody had to call to tell you he was on his way. How you know he's going to go in there? See, now you see where I'm going? How would I know you're going to go in there?
Because he called.
Because he did call. That's what I thought. Okay.
And who was the last person that called him?
Okay.
I have to tell you about that one. Who was the person that got his attention away to look in his phone?
Uh-huh.
I have to tell you that later.
Okay, look at that phone. Jesus Christ. Are you going to tell me it's the brother?
No.
The owner, the lady, please tell me no. You mean to tell me this man lost his life over some kitty cat?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Women. So he was messing with this YG's baby mama, you said.
Mm-hmm. The female that got shot in Covington.
Okay. Oh, yes. That was YG's baby mama?
Mm-hmm.
Baby mama. So what did he do? So that was a white car too that was involved in that, the same white car.
Same car.
So YG put a hit out on his own baby mama. That what you're telling me?
Because he had found that they were messing around with each other again.
So this rapper allegedly put a hit out on the baby mama. And obviously he know this guy who also just now shot Young Dolph. The guy who's driving the white car, he is arrested, correct? Because I haven't kept up with it.
But you know,
I let the other channels go
but you
toe to
know,
toe with it.
they had shot him 3 other times.
Shot who?
Twice, Young Dolph. Twice in South Carolina.
I
And
heard
once
about
in
those.
LA.
So how would they know to go out there to these different places?
They were both on a set in at this festival. In one of the Carolinas. They was at a festival.
So the same people that shot at him were also in South Carolina where Young Dolph was performing.
And they were on the ticket to perform.
The ticket, okay. I'm writing all this down.
And they were
very
in
interesting.
LA. It was the same thing. They were getting ready to do a show, and and they all were there.
Okay, so so the one who's driving the white car, has he been arrested?
I'm gonna have to let you know. It's so much to that story.
Because I know about the guys that got upstate Indiana, the one after the fact. I want to know, were any of those the one driving the white car? That's all I need to know.
Yeah, one of them was.
Okay, right. So the one
Cornbread.
Okay, arrested. Okay, Indiana.
The one that was driving the car is Cornbread.
Okay. Woo. Wait till I tell my little homeboy this, that is a Young Dolph fan. He's just gonna be beside himself. He gonna be like, oh my goodness. Because he was distraught. And I'm sure a lot of people in the community were.
Well, I mean, you know.
Why does it sound similar to Mo 3? That all the allegations from the street was allegedly over a woman too. That a woman did this, set it up though. This is over a woman, and then they're saying a woman set it up. But just having a woman involved in either one, if true, is sad. Jesus.
But in Young Dolph's song, Preach, he said the same woman that you be with will set you up.
Well,
and that was the last call he got about the person that's distracted him.
Oh, a woman. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, a woman called him.
A very close woman to him.
Was it somebody he was dating?
Yeah. I will have. I'm going to have to tell you on Instagram.
Yeah. So just remember, Big Sexy 71. Write that down.
I got it.
Yeah, because you got me worried now. You better not tell me it's that girl he got that kid by.
Is it raining in Knoxville?
Well, sprinkling.
Okay.
Well,
it's kind of in here too, sprinkling here too.
Oh man, come on, girl. No. Please tell me no.
I was up your way couple of weeks ago. I was, because I asked you, I wanted to send you something for Christmas, and I was up there. My daughter, she graduated from UT,
Oh, okay.
and I was up there because she moved to Nashville to help her
Okay.
move.
Yeah, nice. And yeah, Nashville's coming up. I just told the chat the other day that I got a notification through Google that people are moving there from California, Nashville.
Nashville is nice, and it's
Yeah, I was thinking about taking a little day trip up there, maybe in another week, to treat myself, go out in Nashville. So this
and
is
I got you something for your birthday, and I was like, oh, she really loved it. I bought you something. You said no, you don't accept gifts. I was like, oh,
yeah, because I didn't want to pay for no post office, and then too, you don't know how crazy people are, what they might see, and and I don't need nobody getting their lives in danger for nobody hating. Because people are very, very ill.
yes,
What
yeah.
I mean?
But I got you something for your birthday because our birthdays are close to each other.
Oh, okay. Oh, I sure appreciate that. Now I wonder what it is. Because Queen love gifts, honey. Oh, you better shut up. I need to talk to Memphis.
But I will. Is your page open? Because mine is not open, and I know I've sent you Cash App, so you should know my real name.
Yeah, yeah. The page is open now. The Cash App's open now.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So when you see I've sent you Cash Apps before. You'll know my real name and all
Yeah,
that.
that's fine. Thank you. I appreciate it. Girl, this has been an eye-opening experience. This live. We done went from talking about this crazy ass boy Kerrion to young Dolph. Lord, my head is I think I go there and take me some aspirin. I ain't lying. A hot shower and some aspirin. Because this is oh Lord have mercy. No words. No words.
I wish I could move away from Memphis. Memphis
Well,
is
you got a lot of places in between from there to up here to move that are really nice places. So that ain't gonna be no problem. You still gonna stay in the state of Tennessee.
no, but my husband he's still working. So
so is he in law enforcement?
oh no.
That's it. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
No, he's still working, so I can't just move. But I really I would love to move to Nashville.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, they got some nice communities. I've heard a lot of nice things about the Nashville area.
And my daughter, she also went to after she finished UT, she went to what's the school up there by the
We got UTC, we got East Tennessee State, Middle Tennessee State.
I think it was up there close to where Summer Wells and were.
ETSU.
Okay, yeah. It was it was so beautiful, the mountains.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, ETSU.
But it was nothing to do there.
Well, it ain't nothing to do. That's why I try to tell people. I told you that Atlanta today. You want entertainment, you got to go to Atlanta somewhere. There's nothing here. There's nothing in this general area. There's probably more entertainment in Nashville, maybe a little more in Chattanooga. I went out to Chattanooga and they were just as hood rat as here. I said, Lord, have mercy, you ain't left nothing.
Well, don't you come to Memphis then?
Oh, that's what my kin folks are.
Oh,
yes, I have a cousin. He owns a last I checked, he owns a bar down there. Yeah.
Oh, well, maybe I could give me your gift and you could
Honey, I ain't even heard from him. I haven't even heard from him. I don't know what happened. I think he's had health issues and I think he gets a little moody. So if you understand. So one minute you're seeing stuff and then post the next you're not seeing anything. So I just let it be. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He has a place he had advertised about a year or two ago. I saw it on book, and I said, well, we leave it alone because I try not to talk too much about personal stuff like that because people are wackos, You got a lot of sick people out here. You have to be very careful what you talk about on on any of these networks because you don't know people.
Yeah, you really don't know people.
Yeah, yeah. Because our other relative, she be on Instagram a lot, and she hangs with some of the housewives in Atlanta. She's very vocal.
I don't like Atlanta.
Oh, you
My
don't? Okay.
my oldest daughter, she graduated from Clark, Atlanta, and Atlanta is just too much for me.
Yeah,
It's too much
yeah.
going on there.
And see, I want to live down there. I mean, like I tell people, I'm not trying to live in the heart of Atlanta, but I've read, I do my research. There's some nice communities down there, like Johns Creek, Marietta. There's some really nice communities, but it's going to be crime because the people are thirsty.
Yeah, I used to live in Gwinnett County in
Okay.
Gwinnett County, Georgia.
Okay. Yeah.
But I just didn't like Atlanta. But
But tell me what you didn't like about it.
I'd rather not say. I don't want to offend anyone.
Oh, I think I know what you're gonna say about the men.
Because I just didn't want my daughter caught up in something and be sick later on.
Oh yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, yeah. Because I hear it's prevalent down there. That's what I've always heard. I've heard many women tell me, "You don't want to come down here for that reason, honey. You want a man. This the wrong place to come get one." That's exactly what I've heard from so many people. I've even seen them in the YouTube queue, the women telling their little stories and stuff. Oh Lord, have mercy! I can never shake my damn head. Even some of the men telling stories about their lives that way. One guy saying he was reformed and married, and I thought, shit, ain't no damn way I be with your ass.
Oh,
excuse my language. I'm just telling the truth. You're not getting ready to tell the world or me that you've been with a man and then you've been reformed and found Jesus and Noah and Job, and I don't give a damn who you found.
I know that's right.
You could have been there with that tomb that rock got pushed to the side. I don't care. And I know the demographics with my race and the statistics. You got to be kidding. That's why I tell people, Queen, do her homework. Hell to the no. And I know if everybody coming out now doing it down there, they doing it here too. I'm not stupid. Then you got to find the penal situation. A lot of our black men have been incarcerated. And just like we were joking earlier about dudes saying, well, if I did 25 to life, I'll probably go let somebody do it. Well, somebody might have did 3 to 10 and let somebody do it. And now they free.
And if you say it,
a decent man would never say it. Ever. I don't care if he's done it or thought about it, he wouldn't say it. Just because he don't want nobody even thinking he's that way. And you hear more stories of these men doing it behind closed doors too. Lord have mercy. I've heard all kind of nasty stories about these men. Because I got a homeboy, he would tell it. If he heard anything about somebody, all you have to do is say you like somebody, were interested. If he'd heard that they'd been messing around with a man, he gonna tell it. Man, he like me, man. You ain't know that. I'm like, oh my God, please shut up. Everybody know that. That's embarrassing. Mention somebody's name and then you hear gossip that they're bisexual. That's deep. Yeah. And then you hear it again from somebody that spun a story that sounds damn near believable. First thing you're thinking is like, wow, this ain't good. This ain't good at all. Probably some truth to it because I've heard it from 2 different people.
Yeah. Well, I guess I will get off and I will
appreciate it.
I will hit you on IG.
Thank you. Somebody in the comment section says no man would ever say that. I know they would. Not no real, no heterosexual man that like women. Whether he gets locked up or whatever, he's not even want to think about being with no man. And I'm sure a lot of men have gone on and done it in there. Because I know I watched, before you come and tell you this, I watched a documentary on YouTube. It's been over a year or so ago, about 2 years ago. There was a black man. He was real built, muscular. And he was, showing his life, behind prison walls. And he was, using the little men as little gophers to do errands for him and all that. Child, these documentary people found him after he got out. When I tell you, you wouldn't have recognized him. When I tell you he was a sugarfoot, that big burly man with the big muscles was a little bitty something in a mini skirt with eyeshadow and lipstick with his hair slicked back into like a page boy. I almost cried when I saw that man. I said, who the hell is that? And I said, oh, hell no. I know that ain't the same man they filmed before in the prison. He was nothing like that big burly man. He was down to nothing. Did you know what I said? Nothing. Zero.
Mini skirt.
In a mini skirt. And like tube top with eyeshadow and makeup on, twisting, then came full-fledged out. I said, I'm dead. And he was the one up in there running shit in the prison. Now you put that on Piper. Big bully in the prison, using a little white boy to run around and do stuff for him. Because in my mind, if I'm mistaken, he was probably doing stuff with that white boy. And then when they went and found him later after he got out, he turned into a full-fledged gal. I was dead. I said, see, you don't know. You don't know what the hell going on up in there and out here either.
I wouldn't even.
That's bad business.
Ooh, I've been married so long, I don't even know. I mean,
yeah, but you don't want to find out. We keep linking all these crazy stories. Preachers, priests, they turning with boys and men, and oh Lord, I just ain't no words. Ain't no worries, sister. But I sure thank you, honey.
Okay, well,
I've enjoyed our chat. Well, we can talk tomorrow. We can talk tomorrow when you get some free time. Just message me, let me know when you got a free moment, and we'll chop it up.
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much for your information and your commentary.
Well, I just hear that with thunder, and I hope our lights gonna go out.
Ooh, Lord, ain't that the truth? Because y'all in flood country down there.
Last time we had our lights were out for like 4 days.
Yeah, thank you, Melissa. Yeah, see, that ain't no good. Especially if your temperature drop. But what's the weather down there like?
It's hot today, and that's
it was hot. Okay, it was seasonable here, but it was cloudy.
So I just hope we don't have a tornado because it was just that hot.
Yeah, I hope not.
And keep these trees up too.
Let me tell you this. I meant to tell you this too before you left. Okay, I was in the YouTube queue the other day, and I saw where this black guy, he used to play for UT, right? This sheriff then put him up on his bulletin board on alert that he's in their jail. He was a school teacher, taught history, and he's been messing with the little girls in the school. How about that? Down there in Florida. And played for UT at one time. I can't remember if it was basketball or football. Might have been basketball. I could be wrong, but he played for UT years ago. And now he was a school teacher until he got arrested here recently. It's in the YouTube queue. And sheriff was showing his picture, because I guess he does alerts on the people that he brings into jail. I mean, he's very dramatic, this sheriff. I think I've heard people talk about him on WFLA, how he, gets real serious when he talks about crime. And he was showing, yes, here's my latest one. And he showed his, picture and everything and read off his charges. And he's done it before with another young girl. And what happened was the latest girl he was messing with, sending her, nasty pictures and different things. I guess she ended up telling some other girl, and that girl ended up confessing that, oh, well, he did it to me years ago. Wow. Just nasty.
Well, I know I had a call one day, and it was this 4-year-old little girl.
Mm-hmm.
And every night she slept in the bed with her mother and her mother's boyfriend. And I had to take the little girl to sex crisis.
Uh-huh.
And they said she would never, ever be able to have kids.
Yeah.
I wanted to jump on that. I wanted to jump on that man.
I thought I heard you mention something like that.
That was so heartbreaking.
How many years ago was that?
Maybe about 10 years.
Okay. Wow.
That was but the little girl, she seemed so happy. But I guess because she never knew any better,
Yeah. And that's what I try to tell people too about abuse to children and certain type of lifestyles, such as when I talk about the Summer Wells case, is that you may think that they were miserable and unhappy, but you don't know until you hear it out of their mouths, because a lot of children have grown up in squalor and abuse, whether it be physical, sexual, verbal, and that's all they know, and they become accustomed to that. I mean, I think we already know that happens. And some of those children might actually be content living with these type of mangy people.
And I mean, she was just happy and she was playing. It was like nothing.
Yeah.
She I guess, I don't know how long he had been messing with her, but it was just so sad.
Oh my God. How old would she be now?
She probably about 14 now.
Do you know what happened to her?
No. No.
Well, what happened to her mother and the boyfriend?
I don't know, because after that, once because I was just an officer, I just do the main report and I never followed up.
Yeah. Wow. Ooh, I bet you could tell some stories.
Yeah.
I want to know if you get any information on that man that was found in the suitcase in the garbage can. I'd love to hear about that.
A couple of months ago.
Yeah. Because I don't think I brought people the information. I think what I did was I posted it to my community page, because I don't report every story, because it's time.
I'll try to find out. I'll try to see if somebody can find out for me.
Okay,
and I'll let you
write
know.
that down too. Yeah,
because
his lover put him in there.
Oh, really?
I believe so. Yeah. Matter of fact, because I just remember it was on video. They saw him pushing him in the cart or something, putting him in the cart, because the place where he was living had security cameras.
Well, we have so much crime going on in Memphis. We have so much crime in Memphis, I can't even keep up.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, the building has security cameras, and they saw him coming out with the suitcase and loading them up in it and pushing it, I think, in a car, if I'm not mistaken, in a buggy. And I'm trying to remember what it was over. I can't remember if it was over a video game or something, or it's either that case or another one where the men were arguing over video games. Either that one or one that happened up north. It was over a video game, the man killed. Because another case happened right similar around the same time, and it was over a video game. One of the men got mad at the other one for playing a video game.
Whew. It's so much crime down here.
Yeah, I know. It's hard to digest the stories, because now the stories, it's like the people, I don't know if it's COVID or what, but the people are just like, they're killing people for stupid stuff. Just any old thing they get irked about, because I get, my nerves get bad too. But I got to remember, I ain't trying to go lay up in nobody's jail.
I know that's right. Oh.
And that's what you have to tell yourself about your temper and putting your hands on people. When I do this, I can't come back from it now.
I like freedom.
Right. Hey, what I tell the ladies, ain't no Victoria's Secret in there. Ain't no Bath and Body Works and no bath tubes. So if you like that good life, lotioning up and spraying your good bath splash and perfume and lounging in the tub, baby, you's not about to get that. Sorry.
Yeah, I can't do it. I just can't.
Ain't no dialing up. Well, I thank you. We'll talk tomorrow if we get some free time.
Okay.
All right.
Thank
you so much. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye-bye. Have a safe night. Bye-bye. Well, that was some good commentary. I really enjoyed that. And thank you, Melissa, for joining us too. I'm going to check out of here because I'm already 2 hours and 39 minutes. But this commentary was about Kerrion Franklin, who was pulled over in Beverly Hills, California, in a car that's deemed stolen with a gun inside. He denies the gun. Didn't say much about why he was in that car stolen, which I found that interesting. You'll deny the gun, but no commentary about why you're in a stolen car linked to a missing and dead woman out of Texas. A hold on you, no bond, goes to court tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. in Los Angeles, California. Other commentary says he's facing 3 felonies out of Texas. So I don't know if that's pertaining to the death of the woman, the death of a friend allegedly, and possibly the theft of the car. That would be, I would assume, 3 felonies. I don't know, because most of the articles are not really giving a lot of information pertaining to what the charges are coming out of Texas. But I did read the arrest warrant out of California, and it didn't have a gun charge on the said warrant. It just said misdemeanor. And that would be, in my opinion, him driving around with a broken tail light. So I don't know. I really don't know what to say about this story. We will see what happens. I'll wait till the news people get their stories up where I can get a legitimate source of a news, not Pookie Ray Ray version, but a real source, because I prefer to have a real news agent bring forth information pertaining to a storyline. Thank you so much, CR. And thank you for the donations. Thank you so much. And thank you all for the donations, super chat, super stickers. That's the latest. Kirk Franklin's son. It's a mess. As most of you know, I brought you commentary pertaining to Kirk Franklin and his son's disagreement last year where he recorded his father cussing him out. And I also played you audio from a dispute he had with his mother 7 months ago. It's in the YouTube queue. And all this information is on my community page. Go in the library in my old videos from last year where I bring you commentary where he and his father fell out. And I did a live. I probably did about 2 or 3 lives pertaining to their altercation. I don't know what's going on with his son. I don't know if he has mental issues. He's also been on a reality show. And as Memphis here told us, it is a show that was pertaining to gay men on the show. I don't really know what's going on. I don't even know why he would want to go on the show. But as they said, maybe he needed the money. But he obviously has some issues with his parents. He possibly has mental issues. I don't know. I don't know if he's been diagnosed with anything. But he does like to go live and he likes to film himself. He likes filming his altercations with his family, which I think is dangerous. And in the audio that I played in this live earlier, you can hear the mother, relatives trying to take his phone from him. So during that live, he's telling people his mother assaulted him. You don't see it when you watch the video. But my thing is, if you'll try to snatch a person's phone, you could possibly be the same person that assaulted him. And maybe that was the assault in his eye, you reaching and grabbing his phone. Which he can say, legally, you don't have any business touching my hand, my phone. It is mine, and by law, it is his. So I don't know what problems he has with these people. Allegedly in that video, he was trying to come pick up his clothes to leave, and they were trying to put him in a hospital, he said. I don't really know what's going on. I wasn't there, but I think it's time for this man to get a life, grow up. I think he's been enabled, and he has not learned how to sustain himself and take care of himself. And that's why he's codependent and still having to deal with these family members, not keep a place, car, money. And this is what happens when you don't go out on your own and make a way for yourself. You're indebted to people. And I've learned that when you're indebted to people, they can talk to you any kind of way, mistreat you. They can get tired of you, dealing with you, giving you things, and vice versa. You can become a user, using these people for their time, their money, their home, their cars, and they're tired of peddling you, but they keep enabling you because you're family. So I don't really know the dynamics of these people, but I think they're all troubled together. And, there's been many allegations about Kirk Franklin over the years. He came out many years ago to Oprah about his sexual addiction, which I thought was baffling. I would have never told anybody that. I'd have kept that to myself and found me a trusty clergyman to tell my issues to and a therapist. I would have never revealed that to the public. I just would have done it. But I think a lot of people like attention and they like telling their business. And I think this young man likes attention. That is what his mom said in that audio that I played earlier, that you like doing stuff for show. And I think he likes attention. I think perhaps maybe he didn't get enough growing up with his parents. I don't know as I said, I don't know the dynamics of his relationship with his parents, what it was like as a child. There are allegations that he was abused by the father physically, and I also believe allegedly sexually. I don't know what are the truths to those allegations. But my thing is, if I was assaulted, let's say sexually, by my mother or my father, I don't think I want to be in their peripheral. Now, children will tend to forgive their parents for verbally and physically abusing them, still trying to have a relationship. But the sexual allegations, if that was true, I wouldn't want to have anything to do with my family. I wouldn't have no need of wanting to be in their peripheral. I would need their love, their validation, because why would I want love, validation from a pedophile? And children are resilient. They are more forgiving. You know, many children grow up still wanting to have bonds with their families, even when their parents and caretakers have mistreated them. And I don't know exactly how these people treated him as a child, but something went terribly wrong with this young boy. And I don't know if it has anything to do with his sexual orientation. If at some point these parents realized he was feminine, they didn't like it, didn't care for it, didn't condone it. And maybe that's when the mistreatment started with him and he went into a shell. And now he's become this boisterous person crying and screaming to get out. But now what's worse is he's linked to a murder. So you've gone from arguing with your parents on lives, telling all your damn business, to now having a hold on you in Los Angeles to be extradited back to Texas. And also during this live, people came in saying another person is also allegedly dead that he knows of. 2 people dead that knows of him. So I don't know what the truth is. When I get to the bottom of the truth, I will go live and bring you that said information pertaining to the alleged second person that is allegedly deceased, that he allegedly knows. If there's some truth to that, did he know the woman? What was he doing with her car? Why was it in California? Why was there allegedly a gun in the car? Did he steal this woman's car? Did he murder these said people, persons? How well did he know them? Did he rob them? Altercation? What? What are you doing in the state of California in another woman's car who is not allegedly alive? How did you get access to the car? What are you doing with the car? And why in the hell would you steal the damn car, knowing it belongs to a dead person? Bring you that said information. If you'd like to donate to the channel, $sign Big Angie, 129 Cash App. Also, super chats are welcome during my lives. God bless all of you. Stay safe. Happy pre-Easter for those of you who celebrate the holiday. God is good. He is favored most of us. And he died for our sins. And they put him away in a tomb. And on that third day, he rose. When they pulled the rock back and realized he was gone. Amen. Thank you. God is good. And thank you for sending your son. I'm a believer. I'm definitely a believer. Thank you all so much. You all stay safe out there. Prayers for Crystal Moore, Nay Broomer, Kinsley Masters. Thank you all so much for joining me. I will talk to you all a little bit later. I will bring you Crime Vault tomorrow, a very interesting tale of a very wicked, wicked person here in the United States that did some very atrocious crimes to said persons. Thank you so much. This is Everyday Shenanigans.